it's going to be Mother's Day very soon, and I thought it'd be really nice to show some sort of cheap and colourful and lovely pots which will last into the summer, which would be a lovely present because you made them, and I reckon you could do them all for kind of under a tenner, so they're much better than going and buying a bunch of flowers from the petrol station. And I bought a cheap hanging basket. It's good quality, they don't have to be expensive. And then I bought one of these liners. Now there's all sorts of different liners out there. Quite often you find ones which look like they're grey and they're sort of made out of sort of blanket material. This is made out of coconut husk fibres. And what I'm going to do before I start this is cut some holes into it, and you'll see why that is necessary in a bit. So what I'm going to do is cut little pockets so I can get a plant through. And I'm going to do that in 3 different places around the basket. Now I'm going to fill it with some peat-free organic compost. I just want to sort of fill it up like that. Quite loose. Maybe it's a bit too much if it is. A bit to the side. And then I found at the garden centre these little ivies, and I like them because they've got this very finely cut leaf. Now, this was a £2 plant, and with most of these kind of cheap bedding plants, if you carefully take them apart, take them out of the pot, and then have a look inside, you'll see that the plants, there's actually 3 plants in there, not 1. So you squeeze the bit with the roots and the compost. Just gently squeeze it like that, and you're just loosening the soil up. So you see you've got a great healthy root system and a little plant. And now what I'm going to do is go find the bits where I cut the hole in and just squeeze it through like that, and then very gently, and you have to kind of really don't be too brutal at this point because these are roots that you want to keep. Just squeeze the plant through so it's coming out in the hanging basket like that. And now, because I don't want it just to be entirely ivy, although I think that would be a lovely pot because I like kind of really lush, you can imagine a big hanging pot of ivy, could look really cool, but it's a little bit dull. So I've chosen this plant which is called an ajuga. Now right now it's just these lovely dark purple leaves, but it's a spreading plant, so we'll take over the top of this, and then it has these very nice kind of tall spires of bright blue flowers, and the bees just go mad for them. So it's a really lovely pot because it will have a lot of wildlife value. So again, just going to take it out, gently squeeze some of the compost so that the roots can kind of just tease them out very gently, not too much. And this is a really healthy plant. Look at all those good white roots. That's a sign that it's a good quality, well-grown plant. And like I say, it doesn't look like much now, but it really will take over the whole. Take out a bit in the middle and squeeze it in. And then just fill in the top with a bit more compost. As much compost as possible, because compost is the thing that keeps everything growing. If you felt like it was a bit sort of, there wasn't enough colour for the second, I found these violas. Then you could just nudge these in. Now, like I said, I don't think it's a great idea to overplant your hanging basket, so I would put these in just as a kind of bit of temporary colour, and then the minute the rest of the hanging basket looked like it was taking off, I'd actually take the violas out so that the ajuga had enough space to grow. And now all you have to do is water it in, put a bow around it, and give it to your mum.